If you thought the Kardashians had the monopoly on celebrity chaos, think again. The Cyrus family isn't just serving country hits and pop anthems, they are also handing out drama like it's a Black Friday doorbuster. Buckle up, because we're counting down the top moments of pure, undiluted madness from this musically gifted, yet perpetually entangled family. Spoiler: there are guitars, lawsuits, estranged siblings, and possibly a love triangle between a daughter, her mom, and her mom's husband. Trace Cyrus versus, well, basically everyone. It's hard to know if Trace Cyrus has more tattoos or beefs. Back in the late 2000s, his band Metro Station gained fame with their electro-pop hit, Shake It. But just as quickly as the track soared, Trace decided he'd rather shake off the rest of the band. He prematurely announced the band's breakup without informing the other members, prompting a lawsuit and a pretty awkward group chat, we imagine. Oh, and in case that wasn't enough, Trace also trashed the band publicly, calling their music weak, bold move coming from the guy who wore more eyeliner than a Tim Burton character. He even fought to keep his position as president of the band's corporate entity, Metro Station Incorporated. But because every dramatic arc needs a redemption scene, the band eventually made up, and Trace returned in 2014. Fittingly, their comeback single was titled Love and War. Subtle, right? Noah Cyrus, a fashion statement, and a racial slip. In 2020, the youngest of the Cyrus brood, Noah, came to the defense of Harry Styles when Candace Owens criticized the singer's iconic Vogue cover featuring him in a dress. While Noah's intentions were admirable, her phrasing wasn't. In an Instagram story, she complimented Styles while referring to his critics using a racially charged term historically used to demean black hair. Cue internet implosion. Fans quickly pointed out the offensive nature of the word, and to her credit, Noah offered a prompt and heartfelt apology. "I am mortified that I used a term without knowing its context," she wrote. Social media. One Cyrus sisters. Still learning. Miley's hip-hop exit wound. Long before Noah's slip-up, Big Sis Miley dipped a toe and then an entire tour in hot water. In 2013, Miley released Bangers, an album heavily influenced by hip-hop. Fast forward to 2017, and she publicly stated that she distanced herself from the genre because of its materialistic and sexually explicit content. Fans were not thrilled. Critics accused her of cultural appropriation using black culture for aesthetic and success, then distancing herself once it did not suit her image. Miley later admitted she was wrong, acknowledging her privilege in being able to hop in and out of genres like musical Ubers, The Pole, The Party, and The Missing Mom. In 2009, at the Teen Choice Awards, 16-year-old Miley performed Party in the USA next to an ice cream cart that looked suspiciously like a stripper pole. Cue widespread pearl clutching. Was it a road producer's idea? A risk rebellion? Nope, according to Miley herself, it was her mom's idea. In a 2023 Spotify podcast, Miley revealed that while she got the blame, Tish was the mastermind behind the performance and nowhere to be found the next day. Miley, dancing. America, judging. Tish, ghosting. Miley's Grammys and the art of the subtle snub. When Miley won big at the 2024 Grammys for her hit Flowers, she delivered a thank you speech with precision-sharpened selectivity. She thanked one of her sisters and her mom Tish, and very conspicuously did not mention her dad Billy Ray or several other siblings. Later on Instagram, she doubled down, saying, "I don't think I forgot anyone, but I might have forgotten underwear." Fans, naturally, took this as a deliberate middle finger to the more problematic branches of the family tree. Flowers might say, "I can buy myself flowers," but apparently, they don't come with a Cyrus family group chat invite. The Flowers copyright fiasco. Turns out, Miley's Flowers might have sounded a little too familiar to some folks. Fans noticed a resemblance to Bruno Mars' "When I Was Your Man," and it didn't take long for a lawsuit to bloom. The suit didn't come from Bruno himself, but from a company that owns part of his song's rights. Miley and her co-writers lawyered up and tried to get the lawsuit tossed out, but as of the latest info, the case remains pending. Just goes to show. Sometimes success smells suspiciously like litigation. Cyrus versus Cyrus. Civil War. Let's talk about Billy Ray's spectacular plummet from cool country dad to family feud. Celebrity Edition. In early 2025, while performing at Donald Trump's second inauguration, Billy Ray had a meltdown mid-show, snapping at the crowd like a rodeo clown on his last nerve. His son Trace, who clearly did not inherit the chill gene, took to Instagram, posting that he barely recognized his own father and urging him to get help. But instead of a therapist, Billy dialed up a lawyer and threatened his own son with legal action. Because when life gives you a concerned child, obviously the correct move is litigation, right? Trace responded with emotional haymakers, invoking their late grandpa and accusing Billy of shaming the family name on Instagram, of course, because Gen Z does not do quiet suffering. At this point, it's less a family tree and more a forest fire, with everyone throwing gasoline instead of water. Fire rose, divorce, drama, and a cancer scare. Billy Ray's relationship with his, now ex-wife Fire Rose was tumultuous enough to be its own soap opera, complete with betrayal, shouting matches, and plot twists no screenwriter could dream up. In a leaked audio clip, Billy Ray can be heard tearing into her with all the tenderness of a lawnmower. But the true gut punch came when Fire Rose revealed that on the day she was scheduled for a double mastectomy, he kicked her out of their Tennessee home and filed for divorce. She was battling a breast cancer gene mutation, which increases breast cancer risk, and instead of compassion, she got a one-way ticket to solitude. Billy allegedly insisted she recover alone in a remote farm cabin, forbade any visitors, and even restricted her use of a car because nothing says healing like isolation and no Uber. If your jaw isn't on the floor yet, she also claimed she was allowed one nail salon trip per month. Honestly, if a villain in a telenovela did this, we'd say they were overacting. The Miley or Tish insult mystery. In yet another leaked audio moment, because apparently the Cyrus house is wired like the CIA, Billy Ray was allegedly caught dropping a misogynistic slur about an unnamed woman. The frontrunners? His ex-wife Tish or his superstar daughter Miley? We're not sure which is worse, but either way, Thanksgiving's probably a little tense at the Cyrus dinner table. As if that weren't enough, he also reportedly called Tish scum of the earth and a fraud in text to his manager, because nothing screams professionalism like using your business chats to vent like a high schooler after prom. He further stirred the pot by suggesting Trace and Brandy, Tish's kids from a previous relationship whom he adopted, don't even share the same father. We get it. BillyAncestry.com is not your favorite site. At this point, the family drama's less achy breaky heart and more petty shady dad. The love triangle that launched 1,000 tabloids. Now, for the scandalous cherry on top, the rumored love triangle between Noah Cyrus, her mother Tish, and actor Dominic Purcell. In 2023, Tish married the Prison Break star, but neither Noah nor brother Brazen showed up to the ceremony. Rumors quickly emerged that Noah had been romantically involved with Purcell before her mother, and the timelines were suspiciously close. Neither side confirmed the whispers, but Noah added gasoline to the fire with some very NSFW replies to commenters on Instagram. Forget Freud's Oedipus complex, we're officially in Tennessee telenovela territory. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the Cyrus family drama, don't forget to hit that like button. Want more celebrity chaos, scandal recaps, and jaw-dropping family feuds? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay messy, stay curious, and remember, fame fades, but receipts are forever.